It's Heather from Tomatoes, Puppies, and Everything Gardening. It's been a really long 3 days. We had lots of family fun, committed activities to do this weekend, and I have not been out in my garden at all. I have not got to peek at anything except I did go look at my camellias because they are blooming, but nothing else. I have no idea what's going on out there. So I'm very tired. I've got a big cup of coffee. You can join me. I'm sure I look a little rough. I just literally got up and threw some dirty clothes off the floor on just so I could get out here with my coffee before everyone gets up and moving and going, and before I have to cook breakfast. I want to see what's going on. It's been a long 3 days. So let's go take a peek. I've got a little video here I'll insert. Okay, let's head outside. I can see it's been raining again. We did get quite a bit of rain the last couple days too. And it got so chilly. You know, I've gotten used to this 70, 80 degree weather. And now we're getting chilly again. So I did have some of the guys that I've been kind of hardening off. And there's one of my winter sowing projects under this planter box just to keep it a little protected the last couple nights. There's a pretty little pansy up there. These are just lettuces that I have been trying to regrow after we ate them. So it's just like, you know, growing from scraps. This experiment's not going too well, but this one looks pretty good. This is the bed Mr. Squirrel was just in. You can see there's a bunch of strawberry babies right there. Lots of celery, lots of lettuce, and this is Siberian dwarf kale. It's looking really pretty. I do feel like things might be contaminated now because of that squirrel taking over. There's some more lettuces that I just grow from scraps. And look, I found this cute sign when I was cleaning out one of my deck boxes. Alright, let's see what's going on. Hanging basket of strawberries. Hanging basket of strawberries. And I love to grow thyme with my strawberries. It's a very good companion plant. So I moved the old deck box down there. That's going to be all my gardening junk. So I can clean up this area. And I can see that squirrel was actually digging in this pot. And Mr. Tonto wants out. This is his first time to go out. Come on, buddy. I know you need to go. And remember, I guess a week and a half ago, we cleaned up this area. The ice plant has really rebounded. He's looking great. This guy is going to go on the wall. I have to go in the garage and try to find more of these clips and or order them off of Amazon. But I do have some more strawberry babies. The variety that I have up here that you've seen so far, it starts with a D and it ends with a Z. I think it's like, I don't know. I can't pronounce it this early in the morning, guys. It's Desley, something like that. I'll have to look it up. The cabbages that we fertilized when we cleaned up this area, the catmint is really taken off. Remember the rose we pruned? Look at that. It's already flushed back out. It looks completely gorgeous. So healthy now. So yeah, don't be afraid to prune. I still have my pineapple sage hiding back there. That red bee balm looks great. Do not see any peas. Actually, I take that back. They are starting to break through. Look at that. There's one back there in the center. So here's my bay window off the deck. Remember, I'm getting ready to start my seeds. So like today, I'll go up in the attic and get everything. My Valentine roses still look incredibly gorgeous. I think I'm going to try to propagate those. And look, I've got another tomato ready. Remember, you can still request seeds today. Watch my video about getting 150 subscribers and see if you want to get some free seeds from me for that tomato plant. So I've got a few projects going on here. I am trying out, I don't like to use the rotisserie chicken containers because I can never get that good smell off, and I'm afraid like raccoons will come up here. But I've got some bok choy and some lettuce in there. These are some onions that I planted, onion seeds, a couple days ago. Very late for my onions. I feel bad about that, but better late than never. Let's see what else we got going on the deck. Of course, Mr. Tonto. He's not happy because we were gone a lot this weekend. And although he was never fully alone, he always had a family member at home. Mom being gone was kind of hard on him. So it looks like the squirrels have been digging in here, of course. These are my sequoia strawberries. And there are a few little lettuce babies. But it's hard to grow anything when the squirrels are constantly digging. I just have pansies in 4 of these containers that are attached to the deck. Lettuce. This one probably will need to get trimmed again and eaten. I'm actually gonna, once I harvest all the lettuce, put the sequoia strawberries in these containers into these red pots. I've got a place to put this red bee balm. You'll see that in a future video. And I found this table and that chair on clearance on Kohl's.com. So I ordered it because I've got one of the chairs on the front porch, and then I'm going to leave this one here and this tiny table. I thought it could be a great little coffee spot or laptop spot. And I went ahead and got another deck box so that I can move that other one down that I just showed you. This will be the one that will have all our junk in it, like chairs and lawn toys and, you know, just that random kind of stuff you don't know what to do with. Sand toys. And then the other one would be all my gardening junk. And this is all my winter sowing soil that I have sitting here waiting for me to get unbusy. So I really need to get to that. And then this container is all the straw, because I also have to plant some more microclover, and it's waiting patiently for me to find some time. This is my fig. I did have him more protected during the winter, but now that it is almost spring, I'm trying to get him used to being more open to sun. So that was our top deck view. Now we'll go down to the lower view of the, I don't know, do you call it a patio or a lower deck? One of the two. Just hear the birdies out there. They've emptied all of my suet cakes. I have to go feed them today too. So I've got a nice pretty corbel. Pretty sure this is probably Purple Prince, but I'm not 100%. And then my clearance fern that I love, that's been doing really well for the last 2 years. This is columbine that I'm actually going to pot in with this fern. I thought they would look pretty together. Not sure what I'm going to put in that pot, but I got it at Walmart. It's like $12.99. I thought it was so pretty. It's like terracotta. Okay, so I don't know what I have in here. I may just have only a peach seed, a patio peach seed. But I don't know. I put that there so the squirrels would just stop. They're just driving me nuts. All right, so we're on the lower patio / lower deck, and I'll just give you an overview before I look at everything. There are our 3 Greenstalks, and I do have a video from last week where I put together, which one did I put together? It must have been, oh, the one on the left. The one on the far left is the newer one. You can watch that if you want. I'll put the link in the description. All right, so I've got this hydrangea, and this is a hydrangea I'm not used to because I'm used to just the old-fashioned type that grow in the shade with the big purple or pink or blue. Forgot the name of this guy. I got him on clearance at Home Depot. Kind of saved him. He was like $6, I think. I don't know. I need to do research. some thyme in that pot. Probably will put a small pepper in that. This is my fairy rose. I have not pruned it yet, and it's looking really beautiful, but also really bushy. I may not even prune it, maybe just a tiny bit. I do see some dead canes. Sorry, my nose is dripping. And just a few miscellaneous things that I have just put into tiny pots because I don't know what to do with them. Do have some baby strawberries though. I'll leave that off. And in these deck containers, what are they called? Deck railing containers. I have planted a bunch of stuff. I put 2 amazing hybrid cauliflowers per pot. And I also put some lettuce, I think head lettuce, in the front row. So I will thin once all of those come in. So I only have 2 cabbages and maybe 4 heads of lettuce. Just gonna peek. It's only been 3 or 4 days. Let's see. I don't see anything yet. Okay. Just leave that on there. These are some of my little gem lettuces that I actually grew from scraps, and they're doing great. Well, you know, not all of them can make it, but that guy's definitely gonna make it. I relocated a snapdragon there too, and then I also planted this with a bunch of little gem seeds. None have germinated. I don't need planters, but I saw these at Target for $3 each, and I thought, well, I kind of like how they fit there perfectly. They're a nice little square, so I did get 5. And I put this pansy in one. This is one of the pansies from the greenhouse clearance. I think there's a camellia seed in there. What else? Okay, so I guess it's time to look at our green stalks. Wow, that lettuce has really grown. I actually harvested all of these Jericho lettuces one day last week. We had hamburger night, so I came out here and took a couple leaves from each. Wow, look at this. This is just horrible. My arugula. Have you guys ever seen arugula bolt like this in February? And if you don't know what bolting means, and I'm sure most of you do, but if you don't, it means it's going to flower, it's going to seed. It's going to flower and then it will seed. Look, there's a flower head. Now these did not look this bad 3 days ago. They were starting to bolt and get in the tall stems, but I did not see the flower head development. So more than likely this is going to be really bitter now. I'll see if my friend with a rabbit may want this, because, you know, arugula is already slightly bitter. All right, let's see. All right, let's start. Where should we start? Sorry, guys, I'm like rubbing my eyes. I'm still kind of waking up here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'll just take a screenshot of each green stalk so you can see what I have planted on each tier level. I think you'll be surprised come summer how much a green stalk can actually produce. But it's doing well. I think each green stalk has strawberries now that I got that new one. So I did plant, every single level has seeds and or plants. I think this red cell lettuce looks really pretty. Isn't that pretty? Maybe I'll eat some of that later. Maybe make a big salad. Oh look, I'm starting to get flowers. This is called Rainbow Treasure, and it's a really pretty strawberry flower, and the strawberries are really tasty. This is my Roman chamomile. It's an experiment. I usually grow thyme with strawberries, but I just thought I would try, and I'm worried that the cilantro may be starting to bolt. Wow, I need to harvest that and then store it somehow, preserve it. So let's see. Okay, this is, we'll call this my 7-tier green stalk. I'm going to put a screenshot up of what I have planted on each tier. You can just pause if you want to look. I'll put the seed names also. And then this will be, what are we going to call this? This is my old short Greenstalk. We'll just call it old 5-tier. You'll notice I have these little cups on some of the levels, and that is because I am winter sowing in place with some of these. And I think that's some kind of kale, I think. This is some sage seeds in there. Some Brussels sprout babies that overwintered. They were planted early fall. So there, we'll look at this one, and I'll put a screenshot so you can see what's on each level. This one actually has blossoms, like just non-stop. I've been noticing out my kitchen window the blossoms. It's a nice, pretty, white, traditional strawberry flower. I believe this is called Sure Crop. This is a June-bearing strawberry, so I guess that's why it's really getting to work, because, I mean, it's got 4 months, but maybe I'll get 2 or 3 crops this year. Another Brussels sprout. Lots of these little crunch peas that I got from Renee's garden. Oh, look, we got some blossoms on the peas. So that's a really pretty color. It's almost like a chartreuse, a really pale. And there's my cabbage. Let's see how that guy's doing. Starting to head up pretty good. Hey, Tonto. Okay. So now we will go to new 5-tier. I'm just going to call it new 5-tier. And so 2 of the tiers I took from the other one, and then kind of did a switcheroo so that I could have this configuration. I'm going to try strawberry spinach one more time. I could not get that to germinate last year. But I'll go ahead and put a screenshot of what is in this tier right now. There are some baby snapdragons. Let's see what else we got. Lots of pixie cabbages. Those don't get too big. Here's another in-ground, or well, it's not in-ground, in-place winter sowing. Can't really tell if there's anything germinated, but I doubt it. It's a tomato. It's actually called Glacier tomato. It's kind of like made for cooler climates, so I thought it'd be a fun one to try. Got some petunia seeds in there. If those germinate, I will end up separating them and putting them around some of my peppers, because peppers and petunias are great companions. Alright guys, this is going to conclude my upper deck and lower deck. Well, I'll show you this. See that mess? I know that looks horrible. And remember, the HOA is coming back here. So I bought that extra deck box so I could kind of store some of this junk. And look at my poor greenhouse. I can't even get in here to do anything with it. And I'm going to need this probably in about, I don't know, 4 to 6 weeks, when I want to start hardening off my tomato plants for selling and growing here. And so in the next garden tour, I'll pick up here. You can see all the work I've been doing the last 2 weeks. So stay tuned with me after I get some coffee in me and breakfast and more put together. Try to get back out here and go check on everything else today and do another garden tour. So I will talk to you guys soon, sooner than later. Bye.